All right, guys, welcome to Legit Crypto Lounge. If it's your first time joining us today, we are all about connecting real projects with real people. And if you're back again, thanks for joining us again. So I'm Tobster, one of the hosts here at Legit Crypto Lounge. Today we are joined by Crypto Batman, and he's presenting his project, The Hunger Games. So I'm going to hand over to you, Batman, if you want to give us a little bit of background information about yourself, your experience, what you bring into the project, and anyone else that might be participating with you.
Okay, guys. Hi, and thank you. First of all, I'd like to say thanks for hosting me here. To you and to everyone listening. It's a great pleasure and a great honor. But I'm bringing to you today something completely unique, something completely different, something exciting, I hope, and something that's never actually been done before. But a bit about myself beforehand. I'm an electronic and software engineer. I'm fully doxed in the space. I'm an electronic and software engineer. In my previous lives, I've worked on avionics. I've worked in commercial diving. I've worked software development and hardware development, electronic hardware development in those roles. So I've gone from, fighter jets to commercial diving to everywhere else. So I'm used to high reliability software, and I'm used to high reliability projects. In crypto, I first started as myself, Jonathan Harricks, and I got in like everyone else did as a little. I thought it'd be a good way to make money because I'd heard the news and heard everything else. And eventually I found out that, 99% of it was a scam. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that a lot. And I then took on the role of Crypto Batman. So when I realized that most of it and a lot of these things were scams, I took it upon myself to go and find these scams and educate people about the scams. To date, I've saved people and recovered more than $2 million in BSC. I found out about myself to help people, and from there I developed a love of Solidity and the EVM and found out exactly how it worked. And yeah, so since then I've been either saving people or writing contracts that that are legit, and help for other people, paid of course, because nobody works for free. But I took over a few projects that were scams at the start, and then changed them into something beautiful and something that's worth money. I've got another couple of projects behind me up beyond this. I don't want to show them here because we're here for Hunger Games. But yeah, that's my experience of crypto so far, and that's how I got into where I am now. I took myself from being a standard investor to somebody that researches and somebody that pushes the boundaries of what the code can do. I think, does that cover most of my background?
Yeah, I think so. Have you got anyone else with you on the team? Or is it you?
I do. Nick's in here. Nick's my artist. Nick's a guy I met during a scam, funny enough. Nick will vouch for that. Nick's there. I think he's about 6 or 7 down with the green lantern kind of thing. He's put his hand up. He wants to speak. But Nick, I met during a scam. It was, what was it called? Flame up. I don't know what it was. But I ended up popping into the voice chat and went, guys, this is a fucking scam. And they were like, no, it's not. I went, yeah, it is. And then it rugged. And next thing you know, that group was born from that. And since then, obviously, I noticed he had a flair for art, and I had a flair for code, and we had a few other guys. We do have a few other guys that had a penchant for marketing and community development. So we became like a team, and it all stemmed from a scam. But since then, Nick's been over to live in my apartment and stay with me. I brought him over, took him into the fold. I look after my team. I look after my people. I look after my investors. But yeah, it's been good, even though it was born from a scam. Something amazing came from it. The same kind of goes for Hunger Games. Hunger Games was born from the idea of a scam, somebody else's scam, but it became something. I said, right, well, why would that would actually work if it wasn't a scam?
Yeah. So this is, I got a feeling this is the one that happened on a live stream, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But what if it wasn't a scam? What if it wasn't a rug?
It could have gone a lot. It could have gone a lot more than what it did. It was such a shame
absolutely.
for that to happen.
100%. So why not? That's what it is. It kind of came from there, and then while I was working on another project, I got the idea for a play to earn concept, and a play to earn concept being, you don't just get rewarded for what you do, you get rewarded in a lottery based system for what you do. And that's where the idea came from. So going from writing the contract for my play to earn, this kind of grew its own arms and legs and became a standalone thing. It's with all of the previous things I've just said in mind, the scams and everything else. So it's a brand new thing, taken from a few ideas that could have been done a lot better and a lot safer. With me at the helm, there's no safer thing in the world. I've burned $800,000 of money into liquidity pools. I've taken and held in my hand $800,000 of people's money and just went, gone. Ain't my money. It's your money. It's liquidity. You know what I mean? Didn't take a penny. It's insane. This space is insane. I'm here to make it safer. What I bring to you now and what I'm talking about now is a gamble. It's 100% gamble, but it's a safe gamble, and you'll get out with something.
Yeah, awesome. So just going back to what you said about that $800,000. I've heard good things about you. So you're here on camera. I've heard good things about you, and you know what I mean. I'm looking forward to finding out more about the project. I've unmuted you, by the way, Nick. If you wanted to say anything, buddy. If not, say Nick. There you go. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. No, I was just saying I was just trying to chip in earlier. We met over a scam. I think it was called Fire Up. I'm pretty sure. I've been working with him for over a year now. I think it was last year in March. Great guy. He flew me over to Scotland, stayed there for 3 months, took me out to dinner. I had dinner with his family all the time. So yeah, he's an amazing guy. Still takes care of me.
Don't say I took you out to dinner. I fed you for 3 months and hazed you for 3 months. There's a difference. It's good. He's a cracking lad. He's a really
Sean's one of the best guys I know.
Phenomenal.
Nice. Did he force you to eat some haggis as a payment?
No,
I did it of my own accord, and I liked it actually.
Okay, nice. Nice to meet you, Nick. So, I mean, we might find out later, but you're a graphic artist, right? So, I haven't seen any plans for any kind of artwork in this project yet. I don't know if there is future plans, but I guess we'll find out about that later on. So all right, I guess let's delve into the project then. Let's get the overview.
Let's get the lowdown.
Let's break it down for everyone.
Let me scare the shite out of your listeners. I think this is the key. Right, guys. So in a nutshell, this project will not pass a safe test. It will show up as a honeypot. It will say transfer from field. It will scare the cake out of any standard investor. Let me be honest. This is a honeypot, but it is a conditional honeypot. You cannot sell until you're picked to sell. That means that anyone that tries, I know what PooCoin does. PooCoin has a contract that says, right, there's the contract. Try buy, try sell, all in one transaction. And if it estimates gas and it says transfer from field, can't trade, right? I'm not surprised, because when you buy, you can't sell until you're picked as a seller. This is a gamble. It's a gamble. Everyone, though, gets out with at least 50% of their investment. Some people will get out double, triple, 10 times, 100 times, 10,000 times. In any standard contract in BSC right now, even if you can buy and sell, you're not guaranteed getting out with jack shit. I'm sorry, but you're not. You're not. It's a gamble. It's every token in this space is going to take your money. This isn't going to take your money. Some people will take your money. Some people will win. Some people will lose. It's a guarantee in the BSC and across crypto that some people will lose and some people will win. This is the only project that's going to be honest about it. If you go in here, it's like let me give you a little lowdown. The National Lottery. You put £1 into the National Lottery, someone wins £10 million. Do you get your pound back? Do you fuck? Right? Sorry, excuse me for swearing, but you don't get your pound back. This says you take your chances, you put your money in, you have a chance of winning a jackpot. The National Lottery doesn't let you pick when you want that jackpot to be. This lets you pick where that jackpot is. If the National Lottery was as honest as this, you'd be able to put your pound in, get the winning lottery numbers, and then wait for the jackpot to be as high as you wanted, and then pull the jackpot out. Say, oh, now I've got the winning numbers. National Lottery, you get your 6 numbers, you win the 6 numbers, you win what they say you win. This way, you pay your thing, you're selected to sell, you don't have to sell. You can wait until the jackpot's as high as you want it to be, and then sell. Guaranteed. You know when you can sell, because it's telling you you can sell. This is a play on a Degen concept. It's a National Lottery concept. If other people pay, you can just buy the minimum, let me just say, the minimum buy is 0.1 BNB, 0.01 BNB, sorry, $3, $3.5 or whatever. So you can put your $3.5 in there, right? And you don't have to try and guarantee yourself a sell. Other people are trying to guarantee themselves a sell. And as they're doing that, they're creating new sellers from the holders. That could be you that bought, a week ago or whatever. You're just sitting there, all of a sudden you can sell. But because nobody else could sell, the price has gone up and up and up, and the jackpot's gone up, the jackpot's gone up. You can sell then, or you can wait till it goes up and up and up some more and sell then. It's a Degen lottery, but it's a lottery where you pick your own jackpot. Is that
awesome? Yeah, it's a good summary, I guess.
Yeah.
It's quite a hard concept to get your head around initially, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard. Yeah, but if you've got you're sharing your screen there, Tubster. You go to dashboard, right? You can see, and that's the leaderboard so far. So it's measured in terms of X. So we have 81 holders, 6 current players. So that's 6 of 20. When that hits 20, that will select 4 new sellers of the 81 holders that are there now. 14 people have already sold. 16 can sell. So they're the guys with the balls. They can sit and hold. If you want to, you can connect your wallet. It's safe. It's not going to ask you to. By the way, guys, this website will never ask you to approve anything. This is a public service announcement. If a website asks you to approve, make sure you know the website. If you're buying and selling, it ain't a big problem. It will not ask you to approve anything. And it's also available. It's in Brave. It's in MetaMask. It's on iOS. It's on Android. It's you do what you want. Wallet Connect, whatever you like. You can connect, and it will tell you your own stats. How much you've got this, how much you've got that, how much, whatever. I also actually share my screen if you want.
Share your screen, buddy. My Brave's a bit funny with my mask.
No, that's fine. Let's share the screen. I can do this. So I've got my screen here. There's 98 total players so far. This is how early this is. We've tried to fly under the radar and do this right. I'm the owner. I can't buy. I can sell. Even the owner can't buy because I can sell. I don't want to sell. This is token that I've reserved for mistakes or anything because this is a beta thing. anything over 300, whatever, I'll sell because that's tax, right? But I'll sell it as soon as it comes in, whatever. You've got the leaderboard, you've got your X value of the initial profit. 0 sells, 1 buy. These are all legit people. These are all people that have invested so far. If I go to a different wallet I have that I buy in as well, by the way. Let's see, Kickstake. Look, I can't sell. I'm being picked, but I can buy. But all the stats are there. If I buy now, let me see. Let me make this wider. I'll show you that all these stats are live. Let me see, 0.1. I don't know what this is. This has gone fucked up over the last 10 minutes. It's really weird. It's meant to be a complete circle, but my monitor's that wide. It just it's not right. I'll fix that, and then as soon as this AMA is over, I'll fix that.
I quite like the ring of.
I don't like. I like the ring, but I don't like the way it's an oval. It's horrible. Successfully, but no, it's because I'm zoomed in. That's what it is. But yeah, so now we've got 7 players. 81 holders, okay. Still the same because I'm 1 holder. And these 2 haven't changed, so that's gone up. And the players haven't changed because there was already a player. But my token value, my BNB value, my profits remained the same. And the buys have gone up from 11 to 12. So it's all live data from the blockchain, is what I'm trying to say. And it's fair. I can't affect that data in any way other than buying and selling. As an external, excuse me, how would you say it? I can't change that data just by going into the contract. It's entirely up to your
automatic.
It's your interactions that affect that data. And there's a bot. I've written a bot with this as well, a TG bot. You can invite into your own group, and you can see when people sell, when new sellers are added, when people buy, like all of the above. You can see all of that. You can invite that into your group, so it's not affected by me. It's the game stats. You can ask for the leaderboard. You can ask for whatever you want, and it's all there. It's all completely transparent. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful system. I love it.
So, just to explain, I don't want to ruin your flow. Just explain the difference to me between holders and current players then.
Right. Okay. Current players are the people that have bought in the last round. So there's 7 people out of 20 that have bought. When that current players hits 20, it starts selecting sellers. The 4 sellers, that'll be selected. Holders are how many people are holding. 16 of them can sell. 14 have sold. So if you scroll up, like right to the top, 98 total players.
Yep.
So generally, the difference between 98 and 81 is 19. Yeah. So some people have sold, some people haven't. So we have had that many players. There was a contract issue, so that total players will be slightly higher than the difference between the 81 and the 14. 14 sells. Yeah. If you sell your whole bag, holders will drop by 1. If you sell half your bag, holders will remain the same. Holders is what determines how many sellers are picked per round. There's 20 buys per round, and 80 divided by 20 is 4. Yeah. So if there was 20 holders and 20 people per round, they would only pick 1. Because it's 80, it now picks 4. Because we want to give as many people the chance of selling as possible. As it gets towards the top and volume stops, people can buy like 0.01 times 20 times to guarantee themselves a sell. As it goes up and more people get picked, that can sell, and the holders will get closer and closer together. So more and more people can sell. So by the end of the game, a lot more people will be able to sell. Exactly. And it'll end up 1 to 1. So everyone can eventually sell. If the game ends, and that is only determined by the community, then the holders, the sellers, people that can sell that haven't sold, will be liquidated minus a tax, as in their token will be sold for them and they'll receive the BNB. But there'll be a tax taken because they held past what we determined for the 2 days notice to sell. If you're just going to sit there, I can't let this go on forever. And then the holders after that will be liquidated, last in, first out, so that your token will be sold, but it'll be sold at the value you bought it for, effectively, and work its way down, last in, first out, all the way down, so you get back as close to the value of your token that you bought it for, minus taxes, than as possible.
So the current players in this round,
7 people, yeah.
Yeah. So what's significant about that? Because when 4 people are selected to sell, it'll be coming out of the holders, right?
Yeah. No, one of them comes out of the 20 players, and 3 come out of the holders. So of the 20 players, one of the players will be selected. So if somebody's bought 20 times in that round, they're guaranteed a selection. But then 3 are picked from the holders. So your strategy would be to try and guarantee yourself a sell, but make the price go up by letting other people buy, if you like. That's one strategy. But every time you try and guarantee yourself a sell, you're also letting 3 other people sell. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh yeah. So, do you go in, 0.1 B and B and then 10 times 0.01, or do you play the game? The rules are clear. Well, they're not. They're convex, like why we're having to sit here and explain it. But yeah, so there's a strategy involved in this, and there's a strategy involved. Well, a strategy involved in everything. But you have to realize that anytime you guarantee yourself a sell, you're letting other people sell. So you're inflating the price.
Mm-hmm.
So guarantee yourself a sell. But as soon as that happens, 3 other people can sell, and they may sell before you. So anything you've bought might just drop in value because somebody else can sell. So it's really clever but complex.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens at the end of a round then? Talk me through that when this round finishes.
So when it hits 20, the current players goes to 0, but it selects 4 sellers. So it selects one of the 20 and holders divided by 20 of the rest. So that's what it does, and it selects 3 other people. Or if they can already sell, that's it. It's selected. Maybe if one of them could already sell and 2 can't, then that's 2 more players, but 2 more sellers. But yeah, it selects 3 random addresses to be able to sell from the rest of the holders. So if you've bought a day dot and that's it, you've just bought the full bag, 2%, and you've just gone, right, that's it, I'm in, and you've just left it. Mm-hmm. Other people can allow you to sell. As long as there's volume, as long as there's players, they can go up, and all of a sudden you could be picked as a seller, and you're on the leaderboard as like having 20 to 30x because you were one of the first buyers. You've been picked to sell, 30x, happy days. Now, your choice then is, do you hold it? Do you sell it? Are you happy with 30x? Do you want 100x? You know what I mean? The only gamble is really, if you can sell, the only gamble is, when do you sell? Do you make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x? I don't know. How big are your balls? You know what I mean?
And you're kind of just hoping that somebody with a bigger bag doesn't sell before you, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. But that's the same as anything in this country.
Oh, yeah.
100%. It's just only this time it looks like a honeypot. It's not. It is a honeypot. It's a conditional honeypot. But when the game ends, whenever the community says the game ends, you don't lose all of your money. I click liquidate sellers because the sellers go out first, and that goes in last in, first out. And then I click liquidate holders, and it goes in last in, first out. And you all get the B&B back. Bum, 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 bum. You might lose a little bit, but you won't lose it all.
So, so about 50%, you reckon, don't you, thereabouts, of your investment?
So if you're a seller and you haven't sold by the end, you get liquidated and you lose 20%. That's where I make my money, right? Yeah. If you're a holder and you haven't been picked to sell, you get liquidated and you lose 50%. That's where you lose your money. That's where I make my money. I'm like the bookie that gives a bit back. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, exactly. Don't get me wrong. There's a 50% buy tax and a 0% sell tax if you can sell the first time. That's for marketing and dev.
What was the sell tax? Sorry, just run that past me again. The buy and sell tax.
Buy tax is 15%. Sell tax is 0%. Obviously, as the buys come in, we need to make money to keep the project going and the market up to scratch, and the development. The further development from here we're going to go cross chain. There will be I'm hoping that we'll have one event per chain per month, so there'll be 4 or 5 events. So it'll be BSC, Ethereum, Matic, Polygon, AVAX-C, Crow. I don't really want to go Crow, but I'm going to have to. But you know what I mean, because we have to keep it happy. But yeah, so we'll go in that in rotation.
So let me just go back to the. Let's just go back to the. I don't know actually, because this conversation's going off on somewhere else now. Let's get the 15% buy tax that goes to marketing and development. Is that just a straight 15%, and you kind of deal with that how you need to deal with it?
Yeah, exactly. But we will ask the community for if they don't like the dashboard, if they want to see different stats or anything else. That will be pushed towards. Obviously, this website I've built myself. I would like to make it a little bit better, so there needs to be a bit of money spent there. I've spent 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks on this with 0 pay, and I've funded all of this myself. I've made 0 money so far, 0. And anything I have made, I've pushed towards these AMAs and everything else to try and get the word out there. So, obviously, I'm taking a listen to Chin. I'm not here to make money. Like, don't get me wrong, we all like to make money. I would like to make something, but right so far, I'm not really caring if I make money. I just like something Degen, something new in the space that people can get into and enjoy, believe in, and be as honest as it possibly can, and give the space some positivity for a change. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's definitely a fun concept, and you're quite open about it being a Degen play. Do you know what I mean? Because it is what it is.
It's going to be a monthly Degen play. This thing can take off monthly. You know what I mean? It could be the Degen National Lottery. That's the thing. And that's when I'll make my money. I don't mind spending money on this. I really don't, because I believe in it. It's awesome. It's awesome. But it's honest. It's honest.
So let's just go back to that cross chain then, and going on other chains as well. How many chains did you say you were going for? Probably 4, including BSC.
Well, we have probably 4. I'm really not liking Crow at the minute, but maybe one day in the future it'll sort itself out. But yeah, maybe Avalanche C. Obviously, any Ethereum virtual machine based chain we can just translate to. So on Avalanche C we can go Pangolin. On Ethereum we can go Uniswap. Same as Matic, Polygon. We go on the swap there. So it's quite easy to translate. So going cross chain isn't a massive development thing. It's just changing a variable in the contract. This contract is a standalone contract, but I have since updated it yesterday before we were talking so we don't actually have to change the contract address to run multiple games. So and then we can keep all the data from multiple games on the same contract. So we just need to update the game, and then all the data updates with the game number. So yeah, we can run this monthly without actually changing. So that gives us the option of going CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. The problem with CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, with AS, it gives us exposure and it gives us everything else. But basically, the liquidity, it's going to go up. It's going to go up. It's going to go up.
Yeah.
It's going to come back down. Exactly.
Yeah,
every week.
It's not such a bad thing though, because you're going to have people following the volume as it increases again.
Exactly.
It's going to come up on gainers. I mean, I guess the only potential thing to worry about will be being highlighted as a honeypot.
Honeypot. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just that SAFU checker. It does my head in. It doesn't actually give you any background. It just says I can't sell. Yeah, of course you can't fucking sell. There's projects out there that flag up as honeypots because they've restricted people from selling for the first day. You know, eventually, like PooCoin will be green or whatever. I know what I'm doing. I know I'm restricting you from selling until you can sell. But I'm going to liquidate you at the end, and you're going to get some money back. You know, but at the same time, you could be one of the people that can sell, and you can sell for 10, 50, 20x. You know, I've been in actual, literal, real life investments, real tokens that I've come back with zero, and I've put a couple of BNB in. You know, I'm not asking you for a BNB. I'm not asking for anything. I'm asking you to understand the rules and invest if you understand the rules. I'm not asking you to come in and ape. You know, don't ape. No. Anyone that comes in my chat, I'm like, read the fucking rules.
Yeah.
Don't invest unless you know what you're getting into. I'm not here to take your money. I'm here to give you a little bit of excitement in a space that's pretty much dead at the minute. Read the rules. They're clear. Unbelievable.
I'm guessing you've got a command set up for that already for people joining, right?
Yeah. It's instant rules. If you say rules, it's there. It's great. But like I say, the bot will tell you when new people can sell, and that's everyone. And you can add that to any group you want, and it will tell you. The Hunger Games sell bot will say when anyone can sell. If somebody sells, it'll tell you. The leaderboard, it'll tell you. It's phenomenal. I mean, I've literally built the contract and then built this website and the bot around it to make it as transparent as possible. And I'm not doing that out of the good of my own or just to service my own shit. I'm doing that because anyone that gets into this, and it's such an amazing concept. I'm just trying to make it as transparent and as honest as possible.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I can see what you're doing, and it is what it is. Let's just go through these rules again.
Go ahead.
We'll just break these down, and then I think we will just open up to see if there's any questions about it, because I should imagine there is a few at this point.
I bet you there are.
So, but buyers can hold a maximum of 2% of the token, right?
Right. So I'll give you the reason behind that. That's to stop anyone trying to buy as big a bag as they can and then buy little. So it stops your upper level.
Yeah. Okay. So you can either buy all of your 2% at once and wait for your opportunity to sell, or you can buy in bit by bit.
That's it.
And how does that increase your chances to be able to sell?
Well, if you're in the same round, basically it picks one of those 20. So if you've got 5 buys in that 20, you've got a 5 in 20 chance, which is like 1 in 4 of being picked. But only one person's picked. Yeah.
And when you are able to sell,
you cannot buy.
You either sell it all or you sell nothing.
But no, you can sell half of it and remain a holder. But once you sell, you can only sell once when you're picked. If you're picked again, if you've sold half, then you need to wait to be picked again. But when you can sell, you cannot buy. That's to stop people buying like 10 times 0.01, and then buying 10 DNB afterwards. We're not going to hold for that. It's fair. It's fucking fair. So once you can sell, game over. So you risk it for a little bit and do everything else. But if you set yourself like a 0.2 BNB target of maximum buy, and you hit 0.1 and you can start selling, that other 0.1, it's gone. So your maximum gain is whatever X at whatever you bought.
Yep, understood. I got that, I think. Right, so when the round is over, the contract will pick one address from the players of that round at random to allow the player to sell. Players can buy an unlimited number of times in each round, up to the round length, increasing the player's chances of being selected. So at the minute, it's 20 people. 20 people.
Yeah,
20 buyers. Is there any plans to increase that or decrease that?
We can like going forward, because this is the beta run, we can take the community's thoughts into account. But the contract does allow changes, but not while the game is running. When the game's running, nothing can change.
Set until that time. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is a bit extreme, but let's say for whatever reason you didn't get the 20 buyers, are you able to liquidate it all then? Yeah,
I can liquidate it at whatever point anyone wants. Yeah,
yep.
But it has to be driven by the community. I will never, ever, ever liquidate it without everyone's agreement.
Yep. Okay. So selected players may choose to sell at any time in the future, but can sell only once every time they are selected. Yeah, we just covered that, didn't we? They may be selected on future purchases or at a random when holders exceed a specific amount. Yeah. Players selected to sell cannot buy any more tokens. Yeah, we've covered that. That's to prevent people. So once you've been selected to sell, you can't then buy more to dump on everyone.
You can't increase your position. Yeah.
Secondary selections will happen when the holder amount increases by 2 times the game length.
Right, so that's just your holders versus game length. So game length 20, holders is 80. So 80 divided by 20 is four sellers, 1 from the 20 and 3 from the 80 holders.
Okay, so the next one will be at 100 holders. Is that correct?
Exactly. That'll pick 5.
Yep. Okay. And will that still be 4 from holders, 1 from the game, from the round?
That'll be 4 from holders, 1 from the game. Yeah, it's always 1 from buyers.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
And the rest from the holders, yeah.
Yeah. All holders are unique, and the holder count will only accumulate with a unique buy address. When a player sells their entire bag, they're removed from the holders list. Yeah, covered that. When the game ends, all of the people that can sell are automatically liquidated, and their bag will be sold. A 20% tax will be levied to account for gas. You have been warned. If you can sell, make sure you sell before the end of the game. So just to be clear, this isn't the end of each round, is it? This is when the game finally
That's the end of the total game, yeah. That's the end of the game. And like I said before, that's determined by the community.
Yeah, so let's go back to this. Go back to this cross-chain then. So we possibly be going on other chains. So what marks the end of a game? Are you if let's say you go onto these other chains and you run it for a week?
So they won't be running concurrently. They'll be running sequentially. So there'll be Binance Smart Chain. Then when that ends, it'll be Ethereum. When that ends, blah blah blah. So the game will run on one chain at one time. Yeah,
and we're not talking about a round ending here, are we? We're talking about
no. We're talking about the full contract, saying like the Ethereum one's done, everyone's been liquidated. Let's move on to another chain.
Perfect. Yeah, got that.
Yeah, you can run them concurrently, but obviously, we'll have the one TG where, and then it'll be too confusing to have. Ethereum, Sol, fucking blah 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 going on.
I agree, but it's actually quite a clever marketing thing because you can bring people across from cross chain with this. So if you attract attention on Ethereum, then potentially people get involved with it. The game ends, then they'll be looking at the BSC one's getting starting up now. Let's get involved with that.
You get it. That's exactly what it's all about. It's getting people in. It's about people getting excited about something in the crypto space. It's about bringing everyone together, regardless if you're a BNB maxi or you're an Ethereum maxi or an AVAX maxi. It's about the community at the end of the day. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to make a few quid, like everyone does. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just want the community. This first run and the rest of them will affect, and it'll just pull people massively in, and then the power that's like obscene. It's obscene.
Yeah,
that's what
I like it. I mean, the concept's cool. It's unique. It is what it is. You're telling people what it is. It's a bit of fun, and that could gain traction. So at the end of the game, all addresses that couldn't sell have been liquidated. They'll receive the BNB from the sales minus a 50% tax. Yeah. So you still have the chance to profit. So if you were potentially up on your gains but chose not to sell, then there's a chance you can make profit, right?
You can still make profit all the way. It's last in, first out. If people put in and their taxes go in and that tax adds to the actual bag, like I only take some of the tax, then as that gains, none of that's been sold. So if you get in really early and then they all get liquidated all the way down. Instead of losing 50%, everyone could be up 10%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It all depends on that tax value, whether I sold it or not. And I'm not keen on making red candles on a chart that's nice and green. You know, I hate it. I absolutely detest it. And like I said, I don't want your money. I will only use what I need to go market this shit.
Yep. Enjoy the game. Please do not invest or gamble more than you can afford to lose at least 50% off.
That's key.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. And also know that if you get into this game, then your money is potentially locked up until the game ends.
That's yeah, okay, we can change that. Give me 2 seconds. I can change that. I can put that in. Let's see. Yeah, I'll change it right now.
No, I mean that's. I mean, I was just doing it for the benefit of everyone in the AMA, I guess. Because
yeah, but it's a very
you don't want to put point. You don't want to put let's say $500 in and then like shit, I ain't got my rent money next month. I can't sell it. The game's still going.
The end of the game. So what would you say? Your money could potentially be locked up until the end of the game.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Because there's no end to the game currently. Like, I mean, going forward, there might be when the cross chains get developed, because we could be saying, right, BSC is going on for a week, get involved.
Exactly.
You know, at the end of that week, you're going to get
yeah
some of your money back potentially.
Go and refresh your screen. This is just that was actually a good test of the fluidity of this project. So you can now click on rules and it will show you. What does it say?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. This is how we react. This is how quick development can happen. You just said, I would like to see that. And you just said, for the benefit of the listeners, we can do this. Yeah. And I've just put it in there.
Yeah, perfect. That's good.
Within seconds. It's the same thing that happened when the first contract, we actually tested it with like 20 wallets. It got to 56. There was an issue with the contract and it stopped people buying. It wasn't like a honeypot where it stops you selling. It stopped people buying. I'm like, can't have that. So I went in, sorted the contract. Well, regardless of what the issue was, went in, sorted it out, transferred everyone's data across to the new contract, added the liquidity, and had everyone playing within 12 hours.
Nice.
Straight away. Boom. No loss of data, no loss of anything.
All right. Listen, I'm going to jump in to take some questions now. Potentially, if anyone's got any questions. I see Aussie Boomer's got his hand up, so I'm going to unmute you, buddy. Feel free to ask your question, mate. Aussie Boomer, you there, mate?
Is it? Aussie Boomer?
Aussie.
I think it's Aussie.
You need to unmute yourself, mate, if you can hear us.
I think he already joined the chat earlier. I think we've got Aussie in there.
While he's waiting.
Yeah, go on, David.
Yeah, I just got a couple of comments. I just want you to know, everything in me wants me to absolutely hate this project. 1,000% fucking hate it. As a sound investor, this is not a project I would ever want to look at, right? But from a games theory standpoint, in all reality, this is a game theory. The whole concept is great. I commend you on it and everything. I will say, as a true investor and everything, this is not my type of thing, but I could see myself just doing it as a Degen play, just to do it maybe once a month or something. And I hate that.
This is recorded, David. This is your first ever Degen play, man.
I know that's what makes me hate it even more, buddy. And I honestly and truly appreciate you being completely transparent and honest. I think a lot of people just looking at a chart and seeing it are going to try to FOMO in and then come back and try to retract. And I think you might get a little slack for that. But you put all the right information out there. You're transparent and everything. Again, I hate it with a passion, everything you're doing. But from game theory and everything, I think it's an awesome concept, and I commend you for undertaking it. One thing I might add, though, just as a suggestion, is maybe setting the game end up on a block, right? So as a transaction block, have the game end at a certain block number. Because people on Ethereum and Polygon and all the ones you're going to be doing on, they don't want to wait 3 months for everybody in the community to say, well, now let's end the game, right? So if you were to set it as a transaction block on BSC, hey, it ends at this, that means it could be in a week from now, it could be 2 weeks from now, it could be a day from now, right? So it gives a little more
I mean,
that lottery feel.
No, David, that's actually an amazing idea, and I can do that in the constructor, or anytime I say start game, then it just says like pick a block plus a week, and then it says that's the end block, and it's fixed in the contract. Then there can be no fucking argument. No, that's a really good idea. Thank you very much.
Yep, no problem. Because you really don't want to set a timer, because then you're going to have people trying to take advantage because of the timer. With a block, you never know when that block is coming, right? So I commend you. I appreciate what you're doing and everything. I'll probably do it just to say I did it at least once, and we'll see how it goes and everything. But I hate everything about it. But thank you for being completely transparent and honest.
I love it. No, do you know what? I hate it. Coming from Jonathan Harrocks to Crypto Batman, I would have hated this as well. But I've seen the same, not the same kind of thing, but people say they're going to do this and not do it. And they've ripped off so many people. I don't want to be that person. I want to be the person that makes it real.
Yeah, I can assure you I would not throw my money in there if I didn't think it was a cool idea for game theory, right? Because I know we don't know each other very well and everything, but I'm fairly well known in the space and everything, not to brag. Just from that aspect, I appreciate, and I did hear what you had said about going and helping recover money and all that stuff, so I commend you for that as well. Again, from a game theory standpoint, I love your idea and everything, and I think the concept is there, and I'm kind of like kind of see how it plays out and everything. But again, as an investor, I just hate you and hate everything that you're doing in this project.
Come see my other projects. You'll love those. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'll do that, buddy. We should connect after this.
Cheers, David.
Nice. I love that comment. Oh, yeah, you've done well to win David over, man. We'll have to. I'll tell him we're bringing the bot into Legit Crypto Lounge.
That's it.
Get everyone involved. Ahmed, you've got your hand raised, buddy. Do you want to ask your question? I've unmuted you.
Thank you for giving me opportunity.
No problem, man.
Hey, Ahmed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are there any giveaway to attack user and investor to your project?
Sorry, I heard investor to project, but what about attracting investors?
Are there any giveaway to attack user and invest to your project?
Are there any giveaways to attract users to the project or anything like that?
Okay. So, as I was saying earlier, Topstar, if we hit 1 million in market cap, I'm giving away an Imperator Works R1 chair. Topstar, have you got that thing on the screen?
I'm going to pull it up on Google, I think.
Yeah. Imperator Works R1. It's phenomenal. That's top price. The top 3 Degens at the end of every game. If you go into the Telegram and type /leaderboard, it will tell you who the top 3 Degens are. It'll be 1, 2, and 3 on the leaderboard, and there will be prizes every time we run this. There will be top 3 prizes, and they will change every time. But don't think of this like a normal investment. Don't think of this as something you can buy 1 month and then hold for 6 months, and then make money. You can't do that. This is like buying a lottery ticket 1 week. If you don't win at the end of the week, you get 50p of that back or whatever, or you get some money back at the end of the week. You can't think of this as a normal investment. It is not a normal investment. This is a game. It's a gamble, and it will reset every time it resets. And it goes back exactly to what that liquidity value is. Whether you're in or you're out, you get some money back. Maybe not all, maybe more. That's the gamble. But yeah, there will be a prize for the top three Degens. Imagine being called top Degen. That's horrendous. But yeah, do you know what I mean? But yeah, so yeah, there will be prizes depending on the taxes. What we haven't used on marketing will go towards marketing or dev will go towards the prizes of the top three. Like I said, I'm not in this to make massive amounts of money. I'm in this for space. I'm in it for the people. I've got other projects, that run alongside this and all the rest. I just want to make the space as honest as possible. And like anyone that knows me, if you know anyone that knows me, knows that I've sent $4,000 gaming PCs to people in New Zealand. Like I no bother. If I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. That's it. End of story. If we hit 1 million in market cap, somebody is going to sit in that chair other than me, because I'm already sitting in one. Yeah. Worldwide, baby. Yeah. So in terms of attracting investment, I'm not looking to attract long-term investors, because that's not what this is about. I'm looking to attract a certain type of people up for a certain type of fun.
Yeah, I understand. Got it.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for the question, Ahmed.
Yeah, just one of the comments, Toby, if you don't have anything else.
No, go on, mate. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, Dave, you can't resist it.
I know it's driving me crazy. I hate it so much. I gotta have another comment. I know you have a designer and everything. I think what would be a really cool concept is to see him actually put a twist on some of the stuff and maybe do the exact same game on a different format and everything, but do it with NFTs instead of doing it with the tokens and everything. I think that would be another cool concept, and to bring that in.
Yeah. But that makes it more like a standard like $1 lottery. Yeah, we can do it with NFTs. I have in the past sold out 10,000 NFTs in 19 hours. But we chose to do this because NFTs don't give you a nice green chart, whereas tokens do. That's why we picked this. I would love to pick David. We will pick your brains after to see how you would approach that and attack it. And yes, I can modify this to be ERC 721 rather than ERC 20.
Yeah, I just meant as a different aspect of it to give that other gamer feel, that other game theory, or even a hybrid is what I was more or less talking about. And what I mean by it's having the token still so it does that green chart, but maybe give you those attributes and everything instead of having to have 20 buys to be guaranteed. Maybe you do a limited run of like epic or legendary NFTs that might give you that little extra edge in the game, right? Because that really incorporates a lot more game theory. So more or less having a hybrid, because I don't want to take away from what you're doing, but just giving people an opportunity, for that hybrid.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. That's really, really cool.
Again, I hate your project, and now I hate you.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, that's so cool. No, that's actually a really cool idea. Yeah. So we'll not get into it now because we're limited on time. But yeah, David, hit me up. I'm going to explain to you exactly what you just said, but I just had the idea in my head of what you said, and I know how to make it real.
So yeah, I think it's important to kind of say as well that it's you're in kind of a beta phase now, aren't you? So if you want to get involved now, you're probably going to see changes coming along as community people give ideas, and minds get together. Things might change slightly, so you're looking at an early stage, real Degen play. So like not some of this shit that you're hoping for a moonshot. This is what it is. Choose to get involved or don't get involved, but there's worse places you could put your money. I think
it's safer than most tokens, if not 99%.
Just gonna say, I'd like to clean out about 99%. So if we could take all these old tokens and put them into your game theory, and we just liquidate all of them, I think I would be in on that, and I would love your project.
Yeah, fucking tell you what, if I could, I'd be happy enough. There's a lot of dead liquidity out there. There's billions of dead liquidity out there. If I could capture half of that, I'd be a happy boy.
Nice. Yeah, that spice things up.
Go ahead and finish up, Toby. I'm done.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, I've got the chart pulled up and the wallets pulled up. So there's not really much to discuss here. It is what it is, isn't it? You've got everyone buying. Some people are allowed to sell. You've got a few people entering another round. A few people sold.
Sell. Yeah, exactly. We've obviously seen at the start there was a bit of excitement around it. and everything else, and it went up. And then, yeah, a lot of people got bored and it went down just as the volume dropped. But to keep this thing alive, we need volume, we need constant volume, and but we hadn't marketed it. All that chart is just from word of mouth. So now we've started marketing. Hopefully we'll see a lot more volume, a lot more players, and we'll get but at the minute, we're only trying to build the community. We're not trying to, we're not trying to be something we're not. We're just trying to build a community. So the next one starts off and carries on how it means how it's going to live. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, excuse me. There's a fly right beside my head. So right now, as a beta project, we're doing okay. How many people have we got? 99 total players. 99 players is awesome for something that's never happened before. For a honeypot, what looks like a honeypot. 99 people trust it. That's ridiculous, isn't it?
I think that's going to be your biggest barrier, I guess.
But we need once we get over this and people trust it, once we built the trust, we're good. Yeah. We're happy days.
I mean, people ape into a honeypot without even knowing, do they? So, people are very strange. Like, so a lot. Going back to kind of David's point here, like as he said earlier on, I think some of the questions might come afterwards, so you've got to be prepared for that. When people see if this gets listed on CMC or whatever, or people see the green chart and they're like, "Oh, this is going up, I'm getting in," and then they come and ask the questions later, because that people is not how you invest.
Yeah. But it's not how you invest.
But that's
Anyone
how a lot of people.
My chat. Rules. Read the rules. Do your own research. Like, this is why when I first launched, I kept trading off to stop any bots or anyone that seen it on Token FOMO and just jumping in. I made them come to us first, and I said, "Don't buy. It's going to launch in 3-4 hours. Don't buy until you read the rules. If you don't read the rules and buy, it's on your own head. But as long as they come to me first, you're always going to get somebody that went, 'Oh, look, green candle, smash,' and they go straight in. Yeah, and you're like, 'Well, do you know what? Sorry, the rules are there. Try and point you towards the rules.'"
At least I've taught you to be a better investor. That'd be my reply.
That's exactly it. You go and do your own research. Fucking hell.
You got lucky this time, because you might get liquidated and get half your money back, or you might even be able to get to sell.
Yeah, exactly. You just get rugged. No bother.
All right, listen. Let's just have we missed anything that you wanted to mention or anything like that? Anything?
No, I think actually your questions and your chat's been quite pertinent, and it's led me down the right path.
Oh.
I think his chair stopped working because I can't hear him.
Yeah, about when your chair's run out of batteries. We can't hear you, buddy. Or your headset. Headset. It's gone. Too much talking. Either that, it was David Hunter talking through your headsets, taking the batteries down.
It's possible, but...
Yeah, I bet you can't hear us either. Let me just tag him.
Yeah, his headset goes out on occasion. It's a consistent problem.
That just means he talks too much and his mic gave up on him.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, sorry guys, my headset just died. It's Bluetooth shit just stopped. So yeah, no, as I was saying, thank you very much for all your questions. They've been really amazing. You haven't not covered anything. You know what I mean? You've covered everything, and you've kind of led me down the right path to explain what we have and what we're going to do. So thank you very, very much for that, and thanks for the experience. It's been amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, just before you go, we've got one more question we'd like to ask here, and we ask every single project coming through. And even though yours is, self-admitted
a little bit different. A little bit different.
I mean, the question's still the same, because you've still got a purpose here and you've still got a plan. So the question should still be asked. That question is, at which point does this project become a success to you?
It becomes a success when enough people trust that, and they are able to go and look at another project that maybe shows up as honeypot or something else, and they're able to go and do their own research into the background of it and trust it on their own merit.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that reply.
Yeah,
Sorry,
next
mate.
time. Yeah, next time somebody asks you that exact question, you tell them when you become the largest honeypot in the world, that is when it'll.
Oh my God. The largest legit honeypot in the world where everyone gets out with something. It's ridiculous. But that's like this space. I'm sorry, but this space is all about doing your own research. A lot of people trust these tools. You're trusting a tool that you don't know jack shit about. And that tool is giving you investment advice. Oh, this is a honeypot, run the fuck away. I know 4 people that have made money on this, and I know nobody that's lost money yet. Nobody, right? But I know lots of these honeypot detectors and these software detectors that have given you advice on projects with like half a BNB of liquidity that the boys rugged 2 days later. It's not investment advice. It's bullshit. Do your own research. There's nothing like it.
The other one to them honeypot detectors is the fact that they don't detect whitelisted wallets, for example. The only ones who can sell.
Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. They don't do blacklisted wallets. I mean, don't get me wrong. I blacklist bots on specific projects of mine, but I'm doxxed. A lot of these guys aren't. They, if I start stopping people from selling, they can come and break my fucking legs. There's a lot to be said for doxed, and there's no way that thing's going to say like this guy has developed this and he's doxed and everything else. It's just it's a quick brief thing, but people run away from projects because they see these red flags, and you're like, no, go and check out the red flags. Why is it like that? Don't get me wrong, the red flags here are probably a good idea because then people have to come and ask why no sell. Well, read the fucking rules, and it's a good thing in a way, but these things are not the be all and end all of crypto space. There are other things out there that deserve attention that just don't get it because these tools are so restricted.
No, I appreciate that. But yeah, so like I think we might bring the bot into the TG group for a month or something and have some fun for a month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, at least it's going to see who's selling, who's buying, anything else. Yeah, you're more than welcome to do so. Stops and starts notifications, by the way, and it sort of chooses a group, and it will spam groups that it knows that have started, and it will stop. It won't spam if you say stop. So if it starts annoying, there's too many. I hope there's too many. I hope it annoys you.
I do some research into it, check it out. But if not, we've got a separate Degen group as well, so I might just fire it up in there and get it fired up. But yeah, listen, thanks for joining us, man.
Am I not talking to the Degen group? Come on. Listen, guys, thank you very, very much for your time. Can you let me know who wins, by the way? I might send a little bit extra on your giveaways and your NFT giveaways and everything else. Yeah,
I mean, if you got to shoot off, otherwise we'll end the recording and we can do them now.
I don't have to shoot off, but yeah, I was kind of feeling the end of things. Let
me just finish up the recording and say, thanks for joining us, buddy. And we'll hopefully pop back, by the way, whenever you do an AMA with us, man, you can always bring us any updates. So, new people joining the community, you can see what's going on. Anything significant, just let us know, bud.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for everyone listening here. I know I'm probably a bit much, especially with the idea, David. But yeah, Dave, if you want to hit me up after, I'm all ears. If you've got ideas, it's all good. We need to get this out to as many people as possible in as safest way as possible. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for having me here. And I wish you all the best in the future. And happy Degens.